Welcome back to the Comstock Clan. We are Kevin and Christy Comstock.
And here at the Comstock Clan, we share ways that we are building our family culture of faith, family, fun, and freedom.
Freedom. And today, it's all about family.
We're going to talk about babies.
My favorite thing.
Well, a baby.
Baby. So, in a previous video, we announced that Christy was pregnant through a very unique, fun adventure. If you've not seen the geocache pregnancy announcement, go check it out. It's radical.
But it's not called a geocache. It's called like a geocache hiking special surprise or something like that.
Whatever.
So, I am 6 weeks pregnant, and I feel amazing.
Me too.
And I am so happy about that.
Me too.
And it is 3:30 in the afternoon, and I'm not asleep.
No, but at 3:35 she will be.
The majority of my pregnancies, I do not get morning sickness. I do get tired. In that, like in the first trimester, and then as we've gone on in the third trimester. For my pregnancy with Zayden, who was our 6th baby, who just walked in.
What's up, dude?
You can take those downstairs. Please shut the door, though. I was very sick. I was diagnosed with adrenal fatigue at the very beginning of my pregnancy, and I was like, I could not stand for more than
30 seconds.
It was awful.
I remember somebody was talking to us in the foyer, and you looked like you were about to pass out, and you kept shifting your weight and like leaning on the chair and stuff like that. And I said, let's go to the couch.
Yeah. So we believe that the reason, and I was sick through the entire pregnancy, not like I don't throw up or anything, but
sick, don't feel good,
can't function. Yeah. And so I dealt with it, we got through it, and then when I was pregnant with Breslin, we were super cautious because it was really like Breslin and Zayden are only like 19 months apart. Yeah. And so we were just really cautious to make sure that I didn't go back into the adrenal fatigue.
Yeah, I remember taking little Zayden down to the basement and like trying to swaddle him and bounce him to sleep so she could sleep. And I remember one night I had him in a swing and I'm just sitting there, he's just swinging. And like we're in the office and he's just not having it. And I spent a lot of nights sleeping on the floor.
Curled up in the office in the basement.
Curled up in the office in the basement
and
just trying to sleep with him. And I remember one night you came down and you were like,
"Give me my baby!
Give me him now!" And I'm like, okay. And I just felt bad. And he's a cute little puppy. He's great now. But man, those were some long nights.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah. I don't really remember. I just remember being careful. I don't really remember how I felt because I was just being so careful.
Yeah.
And then when I was pregnant with Xander last year, I was so sick again. Like through the entire pregnancy.
9 months, you just were miserable.
I was so sick. And I did not think about it. I did not think about why I felt so sick. And
you just thought, I'm getting older.
Yes, I did.
And
it just must be the way that it is. Then we lost Xander, and I took that time to really focus in on my health. I was getting my blood work done on almost a monthly basis. I got a cortisol test done. My cortisol test, it's supposed to be kind of like this, like a U shaped.
Yeah.
And mine was shaped like a rainbow. We worked on that. I worked with a naturopath. I worked with a core rehab person. I worked with a foot physical therapist. I worked with my midwife. I worked with both of our chiropractors. And I really took accountability for my health in collecting all of the information from all of them and figuring out what was the best step forward with each turn. And mainly, like the main thing that I did was I started walking. I worked myself up to 10,000 steps a day, and I did so only increasing by 10% each week. And then I cut grain, sugar, and dairy to help with the inflammation. And my blood work has, it's almost perfect.
So, I mean, cholesterol levels came down.
Uric acid.
C-reactive protein. I mean, all that stuff. I mean, we're not outrageously high, but they came down.
There were some that were pretty high.
You lost a bunch of weight?
I did lose a bunch of weight. So, from when I was pregnant, my pregnancy weight down till
now.
When I got pregnant, it was 60 pounds. This is a pleasant interruption to my health improvement journey. But I mean, oh my goodness, I'm so happy. I feel amazing. I am so excited to continue to feel amazing through this pregnancy. It feels like my first 4 pregnancies where it was just, I get tired. I get really tired in that first trimester. And I need to sleep more and I need to take naps. And I can handle that as long as I feel great the rest of the time. And I really do. And so I'm really trying to make sure that I do prioritize getting my steps in, being active, getting out in the sun as much as possible, eating as good as possible on those days that I don't want to work out. As long as, I'll admit, if I'm exhausted, I will not work out and I will take a nap because sleep is so important for our body, and I've learned that. Otherwise, as long as I've gotten enough sleep, then just getting up and doing what I need to do, because I know how hard it is to get here and I don't want to have to climb that road again. We had an appointment with our midwife a few days ago, did my blood work, tested all of the things that we have been testing, progesterone levels, which are exactly where they're supposed to be, my HCG levels, which are exactly where they're supposed to be. We also did do a very quick, brief ultrasound, mainly to just try and monitor as much as we can because of since when we lost Xander, I became septic, and so we just want to be a little bit more cautious.
Aware.
Of if we were to lose a baby, that the possibility of me becoming septic could be
heightened.
Yes. And so we are just kind of being we've had pregnancies where we didn't do ultrasounds at all because I don't love ultrasounds. I don't love the Doppler. But at this point, it's kind of more, it's worth it for it's not even just peace of mind, but just more knowledge.
It's just information.
Yeah. I mean, at 5 weeks, there's not a lot of...
Oh, it's like mush. She's like, oh, there it is. And I'm like, not seeing it.
We confirmed that the growth is happening in my uterus and it's not ectopic in any shape, way, or form. So that's always comforting. I guess the other thing that we wanted to just talk about for a minute is the fact that we did tell some friends. We obviously talked to all of my care providers, and we told the kids as quickly as we could, and we also are telling my family as quickly as possible. We wanted to get a little creative with how we told everyone, and so it has taken a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But our intention is to tell people as quickly as possible. And one of the things that I think of is the fact that, we had a miscarriage in 2019. We lost Xander at full term. So one would think that I would maybe be a little bit more nervous or cautious or whatever about this pregnancy. And it couldn't be more the opposite. I am thankful. I am grateful for this blessing that God has given us. And I'm going to enjoy every moment of it, because I know that if I don't, I'm robbing myself of it.
It'd be torture.
Even if we were to lose this baby at 10 weeks, I want to be able to experience the joy between now and then, as opposed to living in fear or concern or not wanting to tell people because we might lose the baby. You know, it's totally a personal thing, but I feel like our society has gone down this road where it's very much encouraged to wait until you are 10, 12-ish weeks pregnant.
Show up with an extra kid at a party.
Because, well, you know, because 25% of all pregnancies end in miscarriage. And did I say 25? I think it was 20. I think it was 20. Anyway, and that doesn't mean that not telling people is wrong. I mean, with Breslin, I don't think we told people until we were like 20 some weeks.
Yeah, 20s.
And it was totally just like it was kind of a logistical thing.
It didn't, yeah.
I have friends that don't say anything, and they do. Like, they have a baby, and I think
we
that's
also
awesome.
have some friends that have told us before they told their spouse.
Yes. That's my thought on that. I want to encourage people that don't, like...
God does not give us a spirit of fear. I remember even when you were in labor with Xander, that I was like, all right, Lord, what do you want me to do? And he's like, just trust me. Just trust me. And again, it's just like, all right, Lord, I know you're going to say trust me. So I'm just going to skip that whole asking what you want me to do part. I'm just going to say, I trust you. And...
what else?
Yeah, what's next?
Do you want to share anything about your feelings? I will say that we were not officially trying. Back in June, we talked about focusing on my health and getting me healthy. That we weren't going to prevent me getting pregnant, but that maybe we would start trying in January, February timeframe.
Maybe March, yeah.
And
so, yeah, I'll say, I don't know, I just wasn't ready for you to be tired. I mean, in what hits me is when I watch the Mount Hermon hike, I'm like, yeah, she's kicking butt, she's taking names. And I
just did that Seven Bridges trail. And I did Spruce Mountain twice in a row.
I know. But it's not just... I see the effects. I see that you're getting tired. Like any dad, you know, it's like, oh, I lost the wife. Now she's back to being mom. And I'm a selfish guy, and I've come to appreciate having her to myself.
We do have 7 kids. I am
I know.
Still very much mom, regardless.
But you know what I mean. I'm happy that you got to where you got, and we'll pick it back up in a year. So that gives you a year to just kind of take a break.
To a
degree.
Grow a baby. Nurse a baby. Raise a newborn.
I think that I'm really excited to have a newborn at this stage, because we've had newborns with really little kids and a lot of little kids. I remember having 4 in 54 months. We had 4 children in 54 months. And that, I look back and I go, I could not do that now. No
that's
way.
when you, that's back when you didn't do a lot of it either.
And so I look now, I mean, our daughter, she's gonna be close to 15 when this baby's born.
Our youngest is going
Our
to be
youngest
4.
will be 4.5. It's not just 4, she'll be 4.5. So this is probably this baby's gonna be spoiled freaking rotten. So are we.
Watch out.
Yeah. We were at the post office today, and there was maybe a 1-year-old, maybe 18-month-old little girl just running around. I'm watching this little kid, and I'm like, oh man, those 1-year-olds, when they're those first steps, so cool. I told Grayson, I'm like, I'm gonna get a sweet baby carrier. It's gonna be black, but a wrap, not the buckle kind. I want a wrap. I want a dad wrap. Anybody out there who has a dad wrap that you love, let me know.
Not a baby wrap. It's a dad
I have a friend of mine. We're pretty close. I carry him. Dad wrap, baby wrap, whatever. You know what? I'm going to call it a dad wrap. It's all good.
Oh, okay. All right, anything else you want to say?
I'm going to work on growing up you too. Speaking of that. All right. Well, stay tuned. I don't know when are we going to do the next update. 7 weeks?
So 7 weeks would be
Next week.
next week. if you're pregnant and you're really sick, I encourage you to, I don't know, look into your health, because I think that some people just get sick a lot, but I think that the adrenal fatigue stuff and some other issues can be an underlying problem that can make pregnancy miserable. And if you're not pregnant but plan to be in the future, I so encourage you to prioritize your health now, because it will make your pregnancy so much more enjoyable.
Yep. So you're gonna go work out and prioritize your health.
I'm gonna work out and
Work
not
out.
take a nap. Yep. My workout time
3:58.
starts in 2 minutes.
All right.
Perfect.
I'm gonna go make dinner.
Goodbye.